and welcome to Zomba Urban Secondary School, where we are. This is the grand finale of the Dreams Innovation Challenge Quiz Competition 2017.
As Camfed, we are working in partnership with the Malawi government, specifically the Ministry of Education, to support the education initiatives of girls and young women in our secondary schools in Malawi. And of course, we also look into post-secondaries. So specifically under the Dreams Innovation Challenge Quiz Competition, we looked into how we can work with the ministry, how we can work with the schools, how we can work with education divisions to enhance learner performance. So the issues around how do we support learners to perform better in their academic undertakings, but also specifically working in the Dreams program. Our goal is to minimize instances of HIV and AIDS among adolescent young women. So we also looked into how can we enhance an uptake of knowledge about prevention and management of HIV and AIDS. So that's why this quiz had one of the rounds specifically around general knowledge on HIV and AIDS.
Now we go into the final round where you can now confer. You can now discuss. The questions do not go to a particular form, they go to the whole team. The final round, it's about sexual and reproductive health and HIV and AIDS. What do you understand by safer sex?
So essentially it was around enhancing learners' performance in education and their academic undertakings and knowledge on HIV and AIDS.
Yes, Randy?
Kusasa fumbi.
Although this is not English, you are able to express yourself better. Correct. 2 points.
There has been tremendous results coming out of this program when we started implementing it. We have the first cohort of our bursary learners, for example, that have graduated, and those ones are working with us through our alumni network, Camfed Association. Basically, they are doing a number of activities. Some of them are in tertiary institutions, pursuing various high-level studies. Some of them are into entrepreneurship, have received grants, and they are doing small-scale businesses to uplift their lives. Some of them have taken on initiatives within themselves to do any other economic activities, joining various village savings and loan, and so on. And some of them have partnered with us back to work as what we call learner guides, essentially supporting and uplifting the child or the learner who is coming behind them, looking into how that learner acquires knowledge on HIV and AIDS and prevention of HIV and AIDS, and still study, remain in school. So we are seeing that as learners are finishing Form 4, they are not going back to remain idle in their communities or to opt for marriage, but they are setting standards and vision for themselves. And so after school, we are finding them working to achieve a certain vision or a certain dream, and realizing and ensuring that their dream comes true to themselves and to their communities.
Mbenjere Secondary School, mention any 2 consequences of polygamy as a cultural practice. Yes, Tamanda Kalimbuka Form 2.
Lack of care for the children and contracting of STIs and HIV and AIDS.
Correct. 2 points.
My name is Maki Grigore Alufalika. I am the Education Division Manager for Southeast Education Division. Let me perhaps start by expressing my gratitude to Camfed. It could have taken place in the other divisions, but they chose Southeast Education Division, and I feel greatly honored that that happened. Secondly, with regard to the successes that this competition registered, I would like to say in clear terms that the competition registered a huge success, and we never expected that would get what we have got, finally. Right from the time when we were told to prepare for this, competition, we informed all the institutions in the two districts, Zomba and Machinga, so that they get prepared, for the competition. We sensitized the head teachers, about their roles, because we strongly believed that with their support we could make a headway in as far as this competition was concerned. So we managed to do that kind of thing. All the head teachers were properly sensitized and they were ready to support the school teams, from their institutions. And thirdly, we had to identify those people who were to be item developers, because without them we would not have achieved anything. So we selected those competent teachers in all disciplines, in all subjects, subject areas, and they came up with quality, items, necessary for the quiz competition. Again, from my office, we had staff from the inspectorate section, and these were the ones who gave proper direction and leadership in all the activities that were done, and without their support we would not have achieved much. So all in all, the competition was a great success. And looking at the actual competition when it got started, it involved schools from the city across up to the rural areas, as far as Ngokwe, for example. Ngokwe is just a school close to Mozambique border. So all institutions, including those from the rural as well as urban, were involved.
I'm Helen Gabriel, learning at St. Mary's Secondary School, Form 4. It was at first I was a little nervous because I was going to answer questions in a group of people, and I was also able to read some things that maybe we didn't learn in class, but I feel like it can be there. So it helped me to read wide, improved my records in class, and yeah, it was nice. Most of the times people say boys are more intelligent than girls, but I think it's a no to me, because for the first time we're also participating with schools that consisted of guys, and we're able to beat them, because in the end we came up to be the winners. So as a girls' secondary school, being a girl, I feel like every girl can do it.
Tell me, do you remember any question which you thought it was very hard for you, but it came out that you just get it right?
I can't really say the question, but I remember we were also asked a question from chemical reactions. By that time we had not learned chemical reactions, but I was able to answer the question.
Why are group 8 elements unreactive? Helen Kapira, Form 3.
It's because in the outermost shell there are 8 electrons, therefore they are full and cannot react to gain or lose other electrons.
Correct. 2 points.
First of all, I felt this was nice, but I felt like it should not end there. That should be the starting and not the ending. We can do more than this. So I feel like not only me can do it, but every girl out there can do it. Every person can do it.
Scores at the end of the contest are as follows. Mbenjere Central School, 65 points. St. Mary's Girls Central School, 68 points.
Looking at how 2017 Dreams Quiz Competition Innovation Challenge has run, we were very excited by the progress and the results. We have seen a community-based secondary school competing with a national secondary school in the finals. And that significantly tells a lot in terms of how community-based secondary schools were also preparing their learners to compete even with the national secondary schools in terms of the facilities, quality of learning, and delivery of subjects. So we will look into continuing the initiative this year and looking into running the second round, and also last year being the first initiative we ran covering all those schools. This year we are looking into integrating the lessons we learned from last year, and you saw in the quiz competition it took Form 1 to Form 3 only. This year we want to bring in now Form 4 as well. So all those lessons being integrated and learning it on a much better and much more scale in 2018.